Hello everyone. This is for those students who is pursuing diploma degree in EE and Triple E, and the syllabus is based on JTU fourth semester. I am Deepak Kumar going to teach you network theory subject, and in this lecture I will cover up to classification of network or electrical network. So what is electrical network? The electrical network is a conducting path through which electric current flows or tends to or intends to flow. It contains electrical element like resistor, capacitor, inductor, etc. So, what is electrical network? This is the definitions. But if you want to understand this, then I will tell you some example. You must hear about the mobile network. So, what is the mobile network? Mobile network is a communication system. But here there are some elements like towers are element in this path in this communication system. So if you draw a electrical network, this is electrical network. So here resistances, capacitance, and these wires are the networks. Sorry, these wires are elements of, and this voltage source are elements of electrical network. So what is electrical network? Electrical network is a conducting path through which current can flow. This contain electrical elements, voltage source, access resistor, capacitor, inductor, etc. So we can understand here electrical network. So moving forward about the classification of electrical network. Electrical network is classified in various ways. First one is linear network. So before knowing about linear network, I will tell you what is linear element. Here, this is the element, right? And if you applied voltage source here, then we got a VI characteristic like a straight line. So these types of element called linear element, whose VI characteristic shows linear behavior, and we can say that the relation between V and I is always linear. These types of element is called linear element. Similarly, if the network, suppose I have drawn here a network. Suppose this is a network. Then if you applied voltage or current source here. Suppose this is a voltage source. I am changing this voltage source. Then VI relation we will get like this. V and I. This is a straight line because this and linear network always show linear behavior between V and I. So this is the definition of linear network. It is the circuit whose parameter remains same or constant by change in applied voltage and current. We can say that VI characteristic shows linear, and this is the circuit, and this is a linear circuit, and this is linear element. Ohm's law applicable for linear element. It's not applicable for non-linear element. This is an important point. So now I will discuss how this is applicable and how this is not applicable. I am moving to other point. Non-linear network. Similar, here the resistances, capacitors and inductors are linear, but some kind of semiconductor device like diode, thyristor, these are shows non-linear behavior and non-linear relation between applied voltage and current. If you draw this current VI characteristic, then you will get VI characteristic like this. This one point is called holding current, and this point is called latching current. Okay, so you can see here the behavior of this thyristor. This one is thyristor is not linear, not a straight line. So this is a non-linear element, and this in this case Ohm's law not satisfied because Ohm's law states that VI characteristic is always straight, B proportional to R, but this is not fulfilling this the condition. So here Ohm's law not applicable. Define non-linear network. It is the network whose parameter changes with change in applied voltage or current. In other words, it's a VI characteristic doesn't show linear behavior. So if any network, suppose this is a network, and in this network there is a diode or thyristor. So if you applied voltage in this network, then we will got VI characteristic like this. This is not a straight line. So these types of network called nonlinear network. Now coming to the next point, unilateral network. What is unilateral network? If the direction of current or voltage source change, here direction, telling about direction or polarity. If the direction or polarity of current or voltage source change, then the properties of the network change. These types of circuit called unilateral network. For example, if the circuit containing diode, transistor, then these types of network always show unilateral behavior, because suppose this is a diagram. In this case, if you apply voltage, you will get current. Suppose I is equal to 5 ampere, and then if we reverse this voltage source, then you got same current 5 ampere. But in this case, if you applied voltage like this, you will get some current here I. But if you reverse the direction of this voltage source, like see here I have reversed this, then you will got current equal to 0, because in this case the diode get in reverse direction and so approximately infinite resistance. So if anything offer infinite resistance, then current goes 0 value. Here we can't apply here Ohm's law. Here Ohm's law also not applicable, because either direction is changes every, if the direction of voltage, suppose here I have considered AC source and I have applied here resistance, then V and I not show proportional behavior, because if the positive terminal, this will, if you, this is positive, then we will got current from here. But if the direction get reversed and this terminal make positive, in this case the current will be 0. So here also we Ohm's law not applicable. But in these types of circuit, we applied Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's law by considering some interval of time and a special arrangement of circuit. Okay, but these types of circuit where voltage and current direction changes, but here behavior doesn't change, if voltage doesn't change, these types of circuit or network called bilateral network. So let me define. Here this is also a network, this is also a network. Here this is a diode, resistance, this also is resistance, and if you apply voltage like this, voltage source, I will get current, let's say 5 ampere. But if we change the voltage source direction, then we will get current equal to 0 here, because diode get in reverse direction and here the diode is in forward bias. So in reverse bias, diode offer very high resistance, current tends to 0. So we can say that the properties of this network change due to change in voltage source direction. So these types of network called unilateral network. Now coming to the bilateral network. What is bilateral network? When with changing direction of current or voltage source, the characteristic or properties, this is 2 times written here. So let's erase this. The characteristic and property doesn't change. This type of circuit is called bilateral network. For example, circuit containing RNC, not diode, transistor. These types of network shows bilateral behavior. Because suppose I have drawn here, this is the diagram of bilateral network, this is the network. Okay, and if you applied voltage source here, you will got some current here, and if you reverse the voltage source here, you will get same current over here. Here the properties of this network doesn't change by changing direction of voltage. So these types of network called bilateral network. But if there is diode, thyristor and some electronic devices, then that circuit offer unilateral behavior. Okay. Now coming to the next classifications, active network. What is active network? This is the network contain one or more than one source of energy. What is the source of energy? Even either it's voltage source or its current source that can supply or deliver energy to the circuit. In other words, it consists of active element. Okay, what is active element? An element that deliver energy called active element, like transistor, thyristor, sorry, not thyristor, like transistor, amplifier, voltage source. These are the active element. Suppose I have drawn here a op-amp, operational amplifier. Then, and this is a V input. Suppose V input is 5 millivolt. Then what we will get output? Output will be A times V input. What is A? A is a gain, voltage gain. If input voltage is 5 ampere and suppose gain of this amplifier is 50, then we will get V output over here equal to 250 millivolt. So here we can say that the level of energy get increased due to amplifier. So we can say that amplifier is active element. Okay, active element. What is definition? An active element is the element that can deliver energy or increase the level of energy. Here the amplifier increasing the level of energy, but if you have the voltage source, then voltage source already voltage source deliver energy. So if some element delivering energy, we can say that that is active element in general. But there is some also a special case where active element behave like a passive element. Suppose I have drawn this. Here, this one is for 50 volt source and this one is 10 volt source. So if you apply KVL here, then we will got current like this. It means current delivering from here and dissipated here in form of heat and also absorbed by this voltage source. Here in this is charging case here, not delivering the energy. This battery gets charged here. So in this case, this is showing, this battery showing passive passive behavior, not active behavior, but this one is active element here. And some also this is in this category we include voltage source EMF and transistor and amplifier. But some case are also there where resistance and passive elements show, where passive elements show active behavior. Suppose this, suppose I have drawn this. This is a battery. This time, but if you apply battery here, the capacitor gets charged. It will fully charged. And after that, if you remove this battery source, then what will happen? This capacitor get discharged over here. Current will flow like this. So in this case, this capacitor behaving like a active source. So this is a special case. If you don't have any information about any capacitor or inductor, then we can say that that is passive element. So let's come into the passive element and passive network. So passive network I have defined here. Passive network is those network who absorb energy or dissipate energy is passive element. Similarly, when a network absorb energy or dissipate energy, that is called passive network. I'm reading the definition over here. When the network does not contain any source of EMF that can store or consume energy, these types of network called passive network. In other words, it contains passive elements. If a network contain an active element, then we can say that is active network. But if there is only passive element, then we can say passive network. Suppose I have drawn here two network. This is left side network and this is right side network. Here A and B are output port of left side network, and C and D is input port of left side network, and E and F are the output port of this right side network. Okay. In this case, this network supply energy in form of current here. This network supply energy and get distributed over here. So this one element, this one network is a active network, but this one is, since this one network consuming energy, this one network is a passive network. Okay. See here, this is a passive element, but in this case passive element also there, but what is the difference? Here an active element that is supplying energy, and if any circuit or any network supplying energy, then we can say that that network is a active network. Okay. Now there is also some important point that we know to understand. See, this is a 100-volt source and this is a 50-volt source. This is a two, this one is a network and this one is another network. This is two network, and if you connect this network, then current will flow from this direction and get dissipated in the, like a move like directed like this. So what will happen here? This battery discharging here and this battery charging here. This is supplying energy and this one is taking energy. So if you deal about this network, then this network consuming energy and this network delivering energy. But in both of the network, there is an active element. Here also is active element. Here also an active element. But overall, this one is supply energy. This one is consuming energy. So in this special case, this one element is behaving like active, and this one is behaving like passive. So do not confuse about active and passive. Only stick to the definition. Okay. Now coming to the next point. This is another classification of network, lumped network. So whatever I have made the diagram in this sheet, all are lumped network, because the elements of this network are separated. Here also are physically separated. But there is some also cases where network elements are not separated. That type of network is called distributed network. But where the network elements are separated physically, that type of network called lumped network. I am reading the definition. Physically separated network element like resistance, inductance, and capacitance are known as lumped network, and the network made of lumped elements is known as lumped network. So the network made up of lumped element is called lumped network. And what is lumped element? The lumped element, those element that is physically separated. But there is also some network like in transmission line. In transmission line, the resistance and capacitors are not separated. that is distributed throughout the transmission line. Suppose this is two conductor, then in both of the conductor, the here here we have like dielectrics, and both conductor we have like a two plate of capacitor, and this will form a distributed capacitor in transmission line. So these types of network is called distributed network. Here also the resistances are distributed in this circuit. Whatever resistance present in the transmission line, that is in distributed form, that is not in lump form. We can't draw this is the resistance of transmission line. That is, this is not a case over here. This is physically not separated here. It here the resistance is also distributed, and here capacitor are also distributed. This is throughout the conductor. That is not a individual point. That is throughout the conductor. So these types of network called distributed network. Okay. So you can understand about distributed network. This is also cable. A cable is also a distributed type of network. Okay. Now coming to the next topic and next classification, recurrent network or cascaded network. So what is this? A large network formed by using similar kind of small network is called cascaded network. Here we can see that in this diagram, this is the repeated form. Then this long circuit is a repeated form of this small circuit. Here also and here also. This is also a. So you can say that this is this large network made by a small network like this. This form of network, this form of network is called cascaded network or cascaded form of network. Here this is a small network, but there is also a non-recurrent network where we can't get similar and individual uh, circuit. Here this one circuit is different and this one circuit is different. So this is a non-recurrent network. This is not a repeated form of any individual or a small network. Okay. So these types of network is called non-recurrent recurrent network. Thank you for watching. This is my first video over YouTube. So please give me your feedback in comment box and share with your friends. Thank you once again.